The racial slur. Yes, indeed. It has been going around here on YouTube for a while in the atheist community. And there were 3 atheists who fell prey to the con man Variablast. I call them the 3 blind mice, or the 3 Stooges. And Variablast is indeed a con man. I mean, well, he's a labeled con man, which is a rarity. Con men don't usually come with labels on them saying, I'm a con man. But Variablast came with a label. He had a dick on his forehead. Now, I don't know what that says to you, but to me it says, I intend to fuck you with my mind. And that I think my mind is a formidable tool. But that's just me. Maybe I should have checked the scientific journals before I decided what that dick on his forehead meant. Then I might have been just as foolish as the 3 Stooges in falling prey to Variablast's flattery and his appeal to their hubris. So, the first fish, or Patsy, was ancient atheist, and I don't recall the content of the content of his video, but I remember thinking that even though he was swayed by Pre-Med 2's flattery and appeal to manly camaraderie and respect, even though he was swayed by that because of his giant hubris and ego, he still had a slightly better take on the whole matter than the other 2 morons. So the next person was Pre-Med 2, and he, of course, became like a psychopathic symbiont with Variablast by saying that he wanted ancient atheists to jump on the nigger bandwagon because he respected him. Right. Now, I don't know about any of you guys out there, but I don't have any friends or anyone I would consider a friend who would encourage me to use a racial slur. I don't have any friends who would encourage me to shoplift or to rob a bank or to prostitute myself. As a matter of fact, I think if someone came to me and said, hey, XY, you want to smoke some crack? I'm pretty sure that that person would not be my friend. And I wouldn't need to check the scientific journals to figure that out. It's a pretty safe bet that that person would be intending for my embarrassment and my destruction rather than meaning me good. So Variablast the con man managed to appeal to the hubris, and you have to give him credit. His instincts were sound. He knew exactly who to target and who would bite. And just to show you how delusional he is that he actually came to me, and I'm a black woman, and he came to me and said, well, you know, I really could use your support on this. Really? And I didn't respond to him. And of course he continued on in the delusion, and at no point in that delusion did it clue in that perhaps what I'm doing is not right, is not going to end well for me. So much for science helping you to figure out the world. So much for that. And then the irony of it is that the third fish is Rosebush. And Rosebush has presented himself as being rigorously scientific and believing in this and resisting the softer sciences, if you will, resisting any possibility that anyone could suggest otherwise. And what did he do when he got caught with egg on his face from having a racial slur on his channel? What did he do? He appealed to mysticism. He said, "Oh, Variablast has a good heart," he said. So what does that tell you? That is the essence of cowardice. He said Variablast had a good heart. He said, "Oh, you know me." Oh, like some mystical thing that you just know. You know. It doesn't matter what the person has done. It doesn't matter that, you know, once this person did something lousy, an adult male did something terrible, and rather than apologizing for it and manning up and owning up, in fact took the route, or the coward's route, of blaming the group who he was disparaging in the first place by using a racial slur, by saying, "Well, if only the black people would let us help them. This is why our endeavor didn't work, because the black people wouldn't let us help them." So, and in order to get out of the shame and the embarrassment of that situation, they appealed to mysticism. "Oh, you know me. Who the fuck am I? Your wife? No, I don't know you. I only know what I see. I know what I see. I know only that." So the three Stooges got swayed and got baited by a guy with a dick on his forehead. Now, I'm pretty damn sure that if when that person came to me and said, "You want to smoke some crack?" and they had a dick on their forehead, I'm pretty sure the answer would be no. And even if they didn't have a dick on their forehead, I'm pretty sure the answer would still be no. Because I'm not smoking any crack. I'm not using racial slurs. Someone comes to me and he says, "Well, hey XY, you want to go down to the Jewish neighborhood and use the Jewish racial slur? You want us to go where a whole bunch of women are and call them the C word?" I mean, I'm pretty sure the answer would be no. And the thing is, those three men, and I would say more the two, Pre-Med 2 and Rosebush, more so than Ancient Atheist, those two men are sly, because they know there is no way in hell they could take a gender epithet into their household and refer to their womenfolk, their daughters, their wives, their sisters, their mothers, their aunts, their cousins as cunts. There is no way in hell they could get away with that. But they want to come and dump it on the doorstep of a racial group, and make all sorts of cowardly excuses about it when they get caught, when they look like fools, when they realize that the guy with the dick on his head was batshit crazy. But even that sign, the dick on his forehead, wasn't enough to clue them in. Wasn't enough. It's like a message from the universe. But no, it wasn't in the scientific journals, so they did not believe it. But when they got shit on their faces, what did they do? Appealed to mysticism. "Oh, he's got a good heart, a good heart, a heart. You know me, me. I'm a good person. You know me, like homie. Yes, me and you." Well,